Today we're going to look into Batman Urban Legends number 5. But we're only going to focus on the Grifter story called The Long Con Part 5. Written by Matthew Rosenberg with art by Ryan Benjamin. Months ago in Gotham, Grifter encountered Lucius Fox at a social event. And Grifter wastes no time in letting Fox know that something is terribly wrong. But before Grifter can tell Lucius any more, 2 armed men join them in the bathroom. They are agents of Leviathan, and they are fully prepared to execute Lucius for not accepting their offer to join them. But lucky for Lucius, Grifter is quicker on the draw than they are. Unfortunately nowadays, Lucius and Grifter's relationship is a little bit more strained, as he was just recently fired and literally tossed into the street. Later, at a secret location where the heads of Leviathan are meeting, Grifter rudely interrupts. And after some negotiating with a gun pointed at his head, he says he'll help them in exchange for a top position in the ranks of Leviathan. So Grifter leads a team and they proceed to infiltrate the building. But once they're inside, things get out of Grifter's control real quick. And of course they move to double-cross Grifter. Grifter finds Nightwing is now in his face, and he knows that means Batman's not too far behind. Batman tells him that he knows that those were not really Nora Freeze and the Toyman, and he wants to know how he helped create those bodies. Grifter dodges the question and tells Batman he needs his help to get back in the building in order to protect Lucius. But the double crossing continues as Grifter tells Batman and Nightwing he needs to do this without their interference. Grifter finds Lucius and tells him they must evacuate the building now. But during their escape they get detoured to a secure room, and Grifter realizes this is what Leviathan is after, a backdoor to Batman's computer. But then he reveals that he's actually there to take the information himself before Leviathan can get to it. But just as the Leviathan agents bust into the room, they realize that Grifter and Lucius are not alone. The Wildcats have arrived. Grifter verifies with Zealot and Ladytron that all is clear. Grifter checks on a severely confused Lucius, but assures him it will all make sense in the future. But the one thing he can assure Lucius of now is that they are the good guys. Batman and Nightwing arrive, and Batman wants to know what happened, but Lucius appropriately answers that he has no idea. And there you have part 5 of the Grifter story in Batman Urban Legends number 5. Wow, what an issue. A lot of things to unpack here. Let's start with the big one here. The Wildcats are back and officially in the DCU. Now I know the obvious thing is that it's not the Wildcats that we know and love. Or at least it's some of them, as we do have Grifter, Zealot, Ladytron. But then we appear to have another iteration of Caitlin Fairchild in the DCU, because she's had several at this point. That looks like Nora Freeze, I'm not sure. Obviously we have Deathblow, and I assume that could be Spartan up in the sky there. In a Brainiac outfit, and then at the very back, the spacesuit, I assume is what they refer to as the Void, which, you know, I'm going to say that that's probably the one I'm the most disappointed with, just because I love the original Void concept, but, you know, we'll wait and see. To me, as with anything else, whether it be comics or movies, whenever they change the concept of characters, and I know it's never going to be the way it was in the past, you know, I just wait and see if the creative team is going to entertain me with these new versions of the characters. And I can honestly say that this creative team did it in, you know, make me enjoy this series here. So I'm curious to see if they're going to get a shot at writing these characters in the future. I honestly don't anticipate them getting their own title. They might still be featured here in Batman Urban Legends, but if that's all we get for now, you know, I'm happy to see where they take this team. Also, did anyone catch this? Is that supposed to be voodoo there? Because if it is, that's a cool Easter egg. Alright, so now it's you guys' turn to tell me what you think. Did you like this new iteration of the team? Do you not like it? Do you only like part of it like I did? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like this video, be sure and hit like, and please subscribe, because I'm going to continue to cover the appearances of these characters in the DCU titles, as well as some of the old Wildstorm stuff. So until then, we'll see you next time.